Hi, my name's Ines Glaser, and today we're making a double Brussels pizza with pancetta, cranberry sauce vinaigrette, and Gouda. Let's do it. We have a cast iron in the oven, and I'm just gonna throw some pancetta in it and sizzle it up and make it nice and crispy. Do a little extra olive oil to add a little bit more crisp. Give her a little shake. Try not to burn yourself. You don't want to go too close to the flame because then it will light on fire. We're looking crispy. I'm gonna take a slotted spoon so I get the bacon grease out, and I'm gonna carefully take my crispy pancetta, bacon, pancetta, whatever you have. Keep a little bit of the bacon grease, but you don't want to keep all of it. You can always save some for later. While the pan is still hot, I'm gonna get my Brussels sprouts ready. We're gonna do the Brussels sprout two ways, one shaved, one cut. We'll be using a mandolin if you have, and a chef's knife. If you're using a mandolin, be very, very, very careful. You will cut off your fingertips if you're not. So I'm just gonna go very slowly, keep my eyes on the prize. You don't wanna be a hero, so whatever little nub that gets too close to the blade, I'm just gonna put off to the side so we can cut that up later for our seared Brussels sprouts. Basically, we're getting all of the Brussels sprouts about halfway through, and then we're just gonna cut the rest of them for baking them in the oven. So we have those guys. Some are a little bit more shaved than others. Some are kind of kept in this form, which is fine because this is gonna be in a salad, so we want a little bit more texture. For these, you kind of, if you're doing them in whole form, you kind of just cut them in quarters. And for these, I kind of like to break them up a little bit with my hands. You know, even just like kind of bending them open so that all the little edges and surfaces have some sort of crisp and add texture when they're put on high heat. I'm gonna throw my pan back in the oven for about 5-10 more seconds, get it piping hot so we can really crisp up the Brussels sprouts. She's pretty hot. Add our Brussels. Hear that sizzle? We're gonna add a little bit of salt. You know what this needs? Garlic. You want a little bit of color, but not cooked all the way because on this pizza is gonna be in the oven for a little bit of time, so it's also gonna continue to bake on the pizza. We have two kinds of Gouda. We're gonna use one to finish, that's a little bit nuttier, stronger in flavor, and we have one that we're gonna bake with. So I'm gonna cube the one that we're gonna bake with, and then we'll just shave this over the top at the end. Let's take off the skin. You can nibble on these on the side. My goal for the cubes are about 1/2 inch, so they can melt but also stay in shape on the pizza. Beautiful. Now we're gonna do the pine nuts very, very gently because they'll burn. If I'm not putting any oil on them, they're just going raw in the pan. And I'm gonna keep it close to the oven mouth so it doesn't burn. I'm gonna bring them to about golden brown and I'll set them aside. You don't wanna burn them. It's a very, very easy way to do. So just leave them at the side. Keep a close eye when you're cooking them. Now I'm gonna make the salad dressing. I'm gonna use a heat-proof bowl and we're gonna loosen up the cranberry jelly in the oven, also on low heat, keeping an eye on it so it doesn't burn. I'm gonna keep stirring it so it starts to break up faster. We loosened that gelatin. Looking good. Drop 1 or 2 teaspoons in the jelly jar. We're gonna add some olive oil, some vinegar, shallots, a pinch of salt, some magic pizza dust, some zest of a lemon, juice of 1/2 a lemon, whisk her up. Basically, you wanna season it to your own taste, so you might want a little more salt, you might want a little less salt, but it's pretty well balanced. All right, let's make a pizza. For dough recipes, go to Gozney.com. This is a New York style because you want it to hold. I'm gonna use my hands from top to bottom. I like to use the flat part of my fingers. Give her a flip. I like to kind of bring her back to a circle. This is a 350 gram dough ball. It's gonna make about a 14, 15 inch pizza. We're gonna do some dry mozzarella as the base. Next, we're gonna do the Gouda. Spread it out nicely. You don't wanna use too much. It's just for little flavor bombs around the pizza. Also add some nice color. Then I'm gonna do some chopped scallions. We're gonna bring our roasted Brussels, spread it out evenly and nicely all over the pizza. Add some pecorino to fill in the spaces. A little olive oil to finish. Give her a shake. $365 Celsius, low flame. We're gonna cook this for about 5 minutes and make it nice and crispy. While this cools, we're gonna dress the Brussels with a salad dressing and then finish it on the pizza. Add the pine nuts, pancetta bits, add another squeeze of lemon. I like mixing her by hand, just so you can feel the salad, really get to know it before you eat it, you know? Make sure that it's well seasoned enough. A little bit more sea salt, some black pepper. Now we're there. I'm gonna top the pizza with a Brussels salad, roasted Brussels and fresh Brussels. I'm gonna fill her in with a few more roasted pine nuts, a little bit more crispy pancetta because, let's be honest, you deserve it. Some more magic herbal seasoning. I like to add olive oil on the crust just for a little bit more glistening. And lastly, we're gonna finish her off with the beautiful finishing Gouda. Let's cut this baby up and give it a go. And today, we're bringing on a special guest to give it a try. Bung from Leopard Crust Pizza. What you doing?
I was just making dough for tomorrow. What are we looking at?
We got a double Brussels pizza with pancetta, cranberry sauce vinaigrette, and Gouda for a little extra. Are you an 8-slice girl or a 6-slice girl?
4-slice girl.
Ooh.
No, I'm kidding. I slice things according to how many people there are, so then people don't have to feel weird about the last slice.
I like it. Never feel weird about the last slice. Yeah. Shall we?
Okay. Ooh.
It's pretty good.
She knows what she's doing. This is so good.
You can find the recipe for the double Brussels pizza and pizza dough on Gozney.com.